Hi, YouTube family. It's time for the curls. It's time for the scoop. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing. We're going to start off with this hug and get it out the way. Okay, we're going to move this back a little bit and hopefully we don't upset the apple cart. How you guys doing today? We're going to start off with a question before we go into all the scoop. In your opinion, who is the world's greatest living? We're going to underline living. Who is the world's greatest living entertainer? Rolling Stone came out with a survey article, and they said it was hands down Beyonce, which led a lot of people to say, what about Bruno Mars? Bruno Mars is still living. He's amazing. Living, you got to underline living. Who do you think? I recently saw an interview that Bruno Mars did, and he talked about working with her on the Super Bowl, one of my favorite Super Bowl appearances. And he says she comes to work. She's about legacy and history. And what I love about Beyonce is that work ethic. She don't come to play. She the road runner. She leave everybody in the dust. But Bruno Mars, he's a great entertainer as well because they believe in their craft. They're not just doing it for fun. It's their life and you could see it through them. But my question to you is, who is the world's greatest living entertainer? Now we are anxiously awaiting Renaissance Act 1 and it's already out in Europe. Somebody found it. It doesn't come out till Friday. But there's just so much. When this releases, I believe like at midnight on Friday morning, I'm excited. I'm so excited about this project. I want to hear what she does with the Isley Brothers. I mean, she's really between sampling, because it's 3 albums that are coming out over the course of the year. There's collaborations and there's samples when you think of Donna Summer, Tina Marie, Grace Jones, Isley Brothers, Giorgio Moroder, Nile Rodgers. I'm excited. It's coming out and it's going to be interesting what it does. She's a trailblazer. She don't follow the trends. This woman makes the trends. Chris Rock is talking about the slap that was heard around the world, that Oscar night with Will Smith. He says he shook it off and went to work the next day. I think he's lying. First off, it was humiliating, embarrassing. His kids saw it. It was played over and over and over again. There's nothing wrong with saying it was real embarrassing and humiliating. And it was. To see him accosted on stage by a beloved movie actor, an actor was so out of character, everyone sat there at the same time saying, what's going on here? But he says he shook it off. Do you believe him? R. Kelly's sisters is out here talking. I recently had to block a ton. They done discovered Auntie, and they want to try to bombard me on social media. I know how to block real well because I'm not the one. Y'all got the wrong one. Find somebody under 50 that wants that mess. R. Kelly's sisters say that racism is the reason he got 30 years in jail. Cassandra and Lisa Kelly say that their brother is not a monster. And these women accusers, they're just bitter. They say they do not believe or acknowledge the victims. They said he wasn't with no underage girl. Are they holding out for the money at the end? There's a saying in life. Some people are where they are for a reason. This is probably their reason. August 14th, get ready for the return of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 2. Finally coming back. Tyler Perry, his next serious movie is called A Jazz Man's Blues. You're going to start hearing a lot about it. Start streaming on Netflix September 23rd. And Tyrese, I got some good Tyrese news. He's not always out here clowning. He's doing some good. He recently gave $100,000 to his church and to $6,000 to family in need in that area in California. Let's take some time to celebrate Regina Hall. I love her. And then the next, I guess you could say the fourth quarter of the year, she's got a lot of projects. There's Me Time with Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. She plays the wife of Kevin Hart, who is being told by Mark Wahlberg, loosen up, have some fun, stop being serious. The trailer is hysterical. It is slapstick at its best. Cannot wait. It starts streaming on Netflix August 29th. Then Regina Hall is teaming up with Sterling K. Brown. Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. This is a movie about a minister and his wife. They're trying to save the congregation, trying to save their reputations. It starts streaming on Peacock September the 2nd. And Best Man, the final chapters. We're going to get a chance to see it all because Regina Hall is back with Terrence Howard. I'm doing this all on top of my head. Tay Diggs, Sanaa Lathan, all of them are coming back. Neil Long, they're all coming back. It's going to start streaming on Peacock December 22nd. Brittany Griner, the WNBA star, is on trial in Russia. She faces 10 years in jail for the transporting of the cannabis oil, and she said she did not know that was a crime. Brittany says that she never received an explanation of what was going on, and she had no idea what she was signing. Do you think she'll come home? She faces 10 years in jail. I think it's a political thing and they're playing here, but she's been captive since February. Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, the Today Show anchors, are they feuding? Are the ladies not getting along? You know, they always seem like they did, but there are reports coming out that the women can't stand each other. And lately, they haven't been on together. Now it's summertime, vacations and whatnot, but there is tension on the Today Show. You have Savannah, who's seen more as a serious newswoman, and Hoda, who is seen like the fun party girl who likes to drink. Why aren't they getting along after all of these years? I'm going to tell you why it's important to have that chemistry. Because if you don't, it can hurt your ratings. People really don't want to see people uncomfortable and not getting along, especially in the morning. They want you to help get their day started. Now, everybody don't get along, but there are millions of dollars at stake. And I'm sure the Today Show wants to bury this. I'm sure they want this story to go away. But it is so obvious when you turn on the Today Show and neither one of them are sitting by each other. So it's going to be interesting how it plays out between Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb. Let's talk The View. I got a lot of inquiries. They have picked 33 years old. She's younger than I thought. Alyssa Farah Griffin. She used to work for Trump, Communications Department. Why they pick her? She's not toxic. She's conservative, but she's not toxic. They don't want another Meghan McCain. They don't. And they need somebody that can hold their own, because Whoopi and Joy, and then you throw Sunny in, then you throw Sarah in. You need a different voice. You needed a conservative. You can't be The View if you don't have a conservative, but you don't need someone who's mean and nasty. You need someone who speaks their truth, their views, even if it's conservative. Everybody can't be the same. Her father is very controversial because he's a big MAGA Trump supporter. She used to work for Trump. She denounced him after the January 6th insurrection. But they're going to name Alyssa next week. She will be sitting on that panel come September as a new voice on The View. But that's why. Our prayers go out to rapper, actor, comedian Little Duval. A couple years ago, he had Living Your Best Life. He was involved in an accident in the Bahamas. Little Duval was in his ATV and a car hit him and he broke his hip. So we send our prayers out to him. He says he is getting better. Black Panther, when the trailer premiered Saturday night, in a 24-hour span, it got 172 million views. I've watched it about 9 to 10 times. I just could not stop watching this trailer. It comes out November the 11th. The soundtrack is already out. The first song is from the Nigerian singer Thames. She had a big hit with Wizkid. They had the song Essence. Well, Thames is singing a remake of the Bob Marley classic No Woman No Cry. Then what they did was they got her singing No Woman No Cry. Then they mix in Kendrick Lamar's All Right. I wish I could start playing this yesterday. It's great. The soundtrack, there is a lot of excitement. And Ryan Coogler says they put their heart into paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman. There are those who are like, why is it going on without Chadwick? Why didn't they recast T'Challa? This is how the story is going to play out. And there's new villains, Namor. There's a scene, if you watch the trailer, you see, I loved it. You saw these claws come out. Black Panther's going to be Shuri. I'm telling you, but it's coming out November the 11th, but millions have already. And if you're saying, I didn't see it, it's all over YouTube. It's all over YouTube. Check it out. The trailer is just stunning, visually stunning. The story, what we can expect, it's going to be really, really good. I'm going to make sure that I got to everything because there were so many notes and there were so many things going on. That question, who do you think is the world's greatest living entertainer? Who do you think it is? Everybody is not meant to entertain, and there's only a handful that can really rise to the top and become legends. But I'd love to know what you think, or who do you think are the world's greatest living entertainer? Let's underline living. It's not cute not knowing is what I love to say. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends to subscribe to the channel because it's stories, it's faces, it's all that stuff. It's not cute not knowing. Leave a comment because Auntie reads the comments and I want to know what you guys think. Who is the world's greatest living entertainer right now? Have a good one. Whatever time you check us out and listen. We appreciate it. I'm Patty Jackson. Thanks so much. I'm your auntie of pop culture.